I think my practical advice would be kind of what you said too about education. Every morning, I am looking to see what's new on podcasts, what's new on YouTube, what's new with the news. My AI news feed is all my AI news feed. It actually is an AI news. My news feed is all AI right now, especially, and it was blockchain for years. So it's keeping up, having just even that in the background as I'm getting ready in the morning. I minimally will listen to 10 minutes of, I love Simon Sinek, but someone who's motivational, and then another 10 to 20 minutes, usually 20, on what's new and what's out there in the news, like what's breaking. And then I kind of dive down my little deep rabbit holes, as my kids call them, where I start to ask a ton of questions because I want to understand further whatever new is in the news, or especially new with AI right now. I think in general, one of the things that I have had happen in my career is people trying to change me. Oh, if you did this, oh, if you did. And I am really glad that I was raised the way I was, that everyone should be their authentic selves. And I think we're seeing that more and more as being something that is promoted. Instead of everybody becoming like each other, we're accepting now people who are different in the marketplace, which I absolutely love. So I would, number one, say, be your authentic self. There are passions that you have. My passions for AI and this weird stuff that's awesome now was not awesome 10, 20 years ago. When I was first getting into it, we even tried to bring out something that was very advanced analytics. It was kind of that cutting edge AI back in the early 2000s. And no, but they're like, this is pie in the sky. I'm like, it actually is working. So we were some of the first to market with some of these new technologies, and you're being seen as weird, but it was my weirdness and it was okay. And now my weirdness is cool. And I get to, be president of a really cool company that I believe is going to make a big difference in the world. But again, be your authentic self. I think I would just add one more piece of advice. When somebody tries to get you to manage others in a way that you don't feel comfortable with, do not do it. And I have also had through my career that people wanted me to be harder on people than I am. And I am very much a servant leadership. I'm going to jump in the boat with them. We're going to go together. And I do not want people crying on my teams. If people are crying and they're not happy to come into work, I would feel like the worst leader out there. So for me, really sticking to the guns, leading people as that servant leader, being in the boat with them was so important. I think leaders like that, once people get up to the top, are very far and few between. And I'd love to see more young people breaking through whatever ceiling that is that's causing people that once they get above it, they kind of turn into jerks. And we've all been there. It's like the higher people get, or I don't even know how they get up there, and they're just not kind to people, and they're really managing up and managing more towards people above them versus actually having a heart for people below them, which, instead we're all in this. I mean, my gosh, we're all, we put on, one sock at a time. We're all in the same boat together, and we should just be working together to make this world a better place. So I think that's probably, if I was to say those few things, those are near and dear to my heart, as especially as a leader too, because we're humans. Gosh, we've got to be here together and for each other.